Hello, welcome back to the Shiraba V Tarot channel. I am your host. Before I begin, I want to shout out Eat, Read, Love, a constant beacon of clarity and harsh yet necessary illuminations. My readings are based on your sidereal, Vedic, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. These differ slightly from the traditional tropical signs. As we move through life, we either become monsters or deal with monsters along the way. This reading is designed to reveal which monster you are currently entangled with. I am a servant of the great work, not its master. If you find my reading helpful, I ask that you visit nobabyblisters.org or ebresearchnetwork.org. All proceeds go towards bandages, surgical fees, and pain medications for children and young adults who suffer from extreme blistering, both internal and external. Hugs should not hurt. Today we will focus on water signs and air signs, beginning with air signs: Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, rounding out with Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. First up, our Aquarius. The Two of Claws. The Two of Claws. There is a definite decision ahead of you, Aquarius. There is a decision, and you don't know whether to extend your hand to this other party or close fist and allow yourself to be closed off. There is no guarantee that this opportunity or this connection will work in your favor. The only thing certain that the Two of Claws signifies the Two of Swords, which is denoted by two swords being crossed, one being wooden and the other being iron, which knows there is a potential for disappointment based on how you make the decision, or the potential for growth based on the decision that you make. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You also have the Four of Candles. The Four of Candles, as you can kind of see, the candles are in front of you. There are four candles of different shapes and figures, and this is being denoted as being led by your intuition, by your inner knowing, by a level of uncertainty on this realm, but still feeling like you are walking along or being guided to a destination or being guided to a place or thing although you might not understand exactly where you're going, as you walk through the fog, the Four of Wands denotes that you are being guided along by the seen or the unseen, Aquarius. The Emperor card is kind of this really is a male figure in your life, either looking out for you or a male figure that really wants the best for you. This is heavy Sagittarius or Leo energy. Could be dealing with the fire sign, or you could just have a male figure that if your back was against the wall, there was someone older to reach out to. Or this could be a strong figure that you really want to take you seriously, and this major arcana is someone that has really captured your attention. Next, we move into Gemini. We move into Gemini. Gemini, you have the Strength card. As you can see, it's a very tall man. You could be dealing with a Leo or Sagittarius or fire sign, or someone whom you feel displays either physical or emotional strength. And there are the strengths that you admire about this person. They could be more outgoing. They could be more thoughtful, but there are certain characteristics that you are admiring in this individual, be it male or female, Gemini. And I'm really getting some sparks starting to fly type of energy. And also in this card, you can kind of see this man is smoking a cigar. So this individual might be in cigars, they might be a bit more of a smoker than you, but you don't care. You like the way the smoke comes off of their lips. You are absolutely enthralled by this person. The Death card. The Death card, denoted by the number 13. And this is a card of heavy intuition. This is slightly a card of transition. It's a card of transformation, which could go either way. Some transformation equal growth, which kind of leads you to being a little more uncomfortable. You could also be dealing with someone who has heavy eighth house placements. And also there is how you look at this individual. As you lock eyes with this individual, you are taken aback by what you see. But if you pay attention to this card, there is a completely different side of this person that cannot be approached in the water. And this could represent the heavy emotional depths that eighth house placements typically have. Either way, you are in a whirlpool. The Hanged Man. This is heavy Neptune energy. And the Hangman is really a back and forth type of energy, while the Hermit and the Hierophant cards are peaceful, stillness. This is a swaying back and forth of either emotional or a decision, maybe, maybe not. Or when you pick up, we'll say, a flower, she loves me not. She loves me not. This is a card of back and forth, but what typically happens with the Hangman is after swinging back and forth, there tends to either be a rising level of comfort or a rising of intuition moving you forward. We round out our air sign readings with Libra. Definitely feeling some resistance, Libra. So for my Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus in Libra, a Tower moment is approaching. So for your own emotional well-being, there has to be some drastic changes to protect your own emotional being. And this is really calling you to step out on faith and really doing what's best for your own emotional well-being. And you are being challenged to make decisions to really tear a band-aid away or really step. It's not about what you're stepping towards, but what you're stepping out of that you have been in for years and years, which can be a truly uncomfortable change. But as you go through this Tower moment, there is growth on the other side for you, and the comfort level will return. And the King of Swords. So you could be dealing with a male with heavy water placement. So a Cancer, what you would recognize as a Cancer, a Scorpio, or a Pisces. But this male figure is definitely raising your blood pressure. This is someone that you trust, but there seems to be, to put it lightly, a difference of philosophies, and there is some one-sidedness. And this is kind of correlated with that Tower moment. You also have the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is denoted by, it's the card of almost. Like, there you've been putting pieces in place, you've been stacking the Jenga tower, and although you might have this feeling of walking on eggshells or being uncomfortable, you feel like if you make a certain move that things will come crashing down. That feeling of yours may be a bit deceiving. This Nine of Cups, whatever you've got your eye on, what is closer at hand. and bringing you abundance and emotional well-being than you know. Before I move any further, you could have been anywhere in the world and you are here with me. I give my heartfelt gratitude. If you are finding this reading helpful, I ask that you donate to nobabyblisters.org. And we will wrap up with the water signs. So, getting some hurt feelings. I'm also picking up for my water signs. The overall is there's going to be some invitations. And these invitations may go against what you are typically used to. So first card out for Pisces is the King of Swords. Again, you are receiving some very directed communications, and this person is unyielding. No matter how you feel about being cut by the sword knows one thing, that it had an aim to cut. Doesn't care about how much you bleed, doesn't care about how deep or not deep the wound is. The King of Swords focuses on cutting all the way through. Very direct communication there. You also have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is represented by suitors, so there's definitely been some communication, some heavy emotionals. You've been through celebration with an individual. You've been through having the cups knocked over. But the Seven of Cups is really kind of coming into disorganization. There's a lack of focus. As you can see, none of the what do they call those? I don't use that word. None of the graves are lined up, so there's a lack of focus. Be wary of fantasizing, and you might be backing, your mind is here with me, your body is on the other side of town. So there's someone who's wrapped in your thoughts, but they are not anywhere near you right now. I would strongly suggest focusing on yourself. But beyond that, with the Nine of Pentacles, this is self-reliance and success. Whatever long-term goals, you are taking steps to reach it, and you've been displaying discipline. You've been challenging yourself to become a better person, and you may feel like your inner circle, your significant other, your parents, your family members, your friends, haven't noticed how differently you've been presenting yourself and making the hard decisions to push yourself forward, but they do recognize it. And you also have a little bit of feeling of being locked out. So with this Eight of Pentacles, this is planning, organizing. You may be over excelling. This is the part of the story. The Eight of Castles represents the Eight of Pentacles. This is like at the end of Scooby-Doo or at the end of one of those crime shows when the villain is on the way to the paddy wagon and they say, "You haven't heard the last from me. You haven't heard the last man. They're going on the rant about how they're going to get their get back. This may be you or another person that's feeling this way. Pisces, a little bonus for Pisces. Next, we move to the cardinal water sign of Cancer. Cardinal water sign of Cancer. So some of you have celebrated a birthday recently or have a birthday coming. No, your birthday has already passed, but definitely had some celebrations or a solar return, as they call it. The Empress. This is heavy emotional. This is very direct. The Empress. The Empress is more of an influential figure. This is standing out. This is more about spiritual enlightenment than any one individual. There are definitely feminine energies, either currently alive or past, that are looking out for you. And this Empress really does care deeply about you as a person, your growth, or how much you've come through. And whether you see them or not, the message is they support you. There's a lot of love flowing towards you from this Empress, and they do care. The Death card. So might be dealing with someone with heavy 8th house placements again. But there is also transformation that needs to happen. This is a card of death. You have to, although death feels like a finality, there is an elusive, illusionary element to it. Energy is neither created nor destroyed. What I mean by that is, even if you have gone through a recent loss of a loved one or a recent ending of a situation, it is only to make space for your own growth. Temperance. So you may be dealing with a Sagittarius, or you may have taken a step back and begun to evaluate. There may have been some overindulgence or some underindulgence, but the temperance is about balancing, and it's balancing not for the sake of balancing, but it's balancing with a goal in mind. It's balancing to get the trophy. It's balancing to get the trophy, the person, the position. There's something that is causing you to balance. The Temperance card is represented by Sagittarius or Chiron, meaning that there is some advice that you are also following. While there's a hand down here that is very visible, this hand up here is advice that you've gotten to get to where you want to go. We conclude Scorpios, you have the Seven of Cups. So there's some emotional disarray. There are a few lights on, but there are a few lurking in the dark. So while there are a few suitors in the Cups category who have made their intentions or emotional towards you, there are also a few people who have stronger feelings towards you than they are letting you know. But this represents a lack of focus. There's someone fantasizing much more about you than you are of them. Pay close attention for people who go out of their way to give you either preferential treatment. There's something brewing there. And the Ten of Claws. Ooh wee. This is a card of there are some people ready to risk it all. It's a turning point. There's some wounds that are about to be caused, and whether you know it or not, you may have a part to play in it. This is a challenge not to take any action and shift your thoughts, not how this person made you feel, and accept that you deserve better. Because you're getting this after the Seven of Cups, there is just someone who is physically involved with someone they've been involved with for a long time. And to be blunt, they would rather be laid up under you. I'm leaving it there. Nine of Cups. Notice I went from the Seven of Cups to the Nine of Cups. They do believe that the grass will be greener with you. They're willing to offer roses, the pot, whatever it takes. But we're not even going to get into it, but there are people that are becoming optimistic that a relationship with you would work out. And you should also have a renewed trust in the divine. You might be getting over difficulties, and your needs are met. Thank you all for visiting the Sharaba V Tarot channel. Goodbye.